Hello and welcome to this Xbox Life episode 327, Rock Band Revival. I am one of your hosts, Mark, aka Wingman709, and with me this week is my good buddy Brun.
Hello. BJ Swick33.
And also with us is my other good buddy Rob.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Rob, also known as Presar. Hello.
So welcome to the show, and I don't know what's going on. I got stuff popping up all of a sudden, messages and things. I'm trying to do too much, and I'm off key already at the start. Way to go! This ought to be fun. So
At least the audio sounds good.
Yeah, it does.
I can verify that.
all right, there. Did you hear me cough? I hope
No.
not. Listen to the show. Okay, so welcome to the show again. 327 Rock Band Revival. I'm so excited about this episode, and we'll get to it in a bit to tell you why. If you have not checked out our website, be sure to check out our website at thisxboxlife.com, and also be sure to do all your shopping at amazon.com using our affiliate link, thisxboxlife.com/Amazon, or go to our page and click on the link to use our affiliate to help support the show, and we really appreciate that. All right, guys, let's just jump right into it because there's a lot of news this week, and I can't wait to get to the roundtable. So, Rob, what have you been playing this week?
I've been continuing the Skylanders Trap Team with my son. Still continues to be a good time. And the thing that I'm definitely seeing with Trap Team, more so probably than Infinity 1.0, which is the only one of these styles of games that I've played, and that's that to have the game completed in sort of a fashion that a completionist would want to complete it in, or achievement hound, or whatever you want to call it, just the people that like to finish the game, you're going to have to drop some money in here because they keep wanting you to have different traps to get different guys, and you'll want multiple traps of even the same kind sometimes, so you don't have to keep going back and forth to make it easier. So the initial base cost and a couple of traps to get rolling is just it's basically the tip of the iceberg in terms of investment in here. So I can definitely see how this is going to be a huge money sink for a lot of people. But on the flip side, it is a good time. It's surprisingly good, and I'm very happy. There's actually a little game inside of it called Smash Stones, which sort of reminds me of Hearthstone, if you guys have ever played that. At least I think, Brun, you've played it. I don't know about if you have, Wing. But it's a very simple little, I'll call it a card game, but it's really like a tile game.
They had that in Giants.
Okay, so
I played that, yeah. That was fun.
and you got the three lineups, the three rows, and they kind of battle each other out, and it's actually pretty well done, and it's simple enough that my son likes it. He's 6.5, so he's still learning strategy and things like that in a lot of games, and it's interesting enough where it captures my interest. Granted, it's not very strategic, at least that I've seen so far. So I don't know if I could just play that thing all day, but it's a good time. Other than Trap Team, I did start Dark Dreams Don't Die. I think that's it. D4. That's that free game from Swery, or whatever the guy's name is. This game's strange. It's weird. It's weird. Very
it's a Kinect
weird
game, right?
It could be.
Oh, okay.
It's actually made to work with the controllers as well, and that's how I'm playing it. I'm not doing the Kinect stuff.
Oh, because I started it up, and I saw it wanted to do Kinect stuff, so I immediately turned it off, and I've never opened it again.
Oh yeah, you can play it. It just asks you to do the controllers, the thumbsticks in different directions. So
Gotcha.
It seems fully playable, and very strange, very strange. Then other than that, yeah, it's like, what's that guy on? That sweary guy. But, I guess this guy has some kind of cult following or something. I don't know. Then the last thing really that I've played really isn't on the Xbox. It's Clash of Clans. I don't know if I ever mentioned this before. I got sucked into this a little bit with some coworkers.
Yeah,
They've
you
been
did.
playing it for a long time,
Yeah.
and I still don't. It's a drag to play. I mean, it's not fun that much, and it just wants you to, spend money and keep coming back to do your stuff. And I really see myself quitting on it again, but I don't know. It's something quick enough to do, when I'm at lunch at work or something, and or waiting in line at McDonald's, where I can just go in and a couple taps, and then you can move on to something else, like ordering your food. But other than that, I think that's about it. Yeah, I can't really think of anything other than just getting. I did queue up Witcher 2. That's the free game for the second half of January for the 360. I queued that up. Interested to try that because Witcher 3 is coming out soon, and but maybe I'll get that sometime this week. That's about it for me. Brun?
Let's see. So Monday, what did I do Monday as far as playing? I didn't play any games on Monday. You guys know what I was doing on Monday? While you guys were
You weren't
re-recording?
recording with
show?
us.
No, I
Oh,
wasn't.
here we go. No
I'm
one's
sorry.
no one's interested. Let's keep it to video games.
Okay. I keep it
No,
video games,
go
but
ahead. Go ahead.
I just want to show off the shirt here. So, very unexpected championship
Does it say
this
the-
year. If you
the
if you ask
Chumps?
most, yes, that's what it said.
Okay.
No. Ohio State won national title. Very, very exciting time because we weren't supposed to be there. As far as this year we weren't looking at a national title, losing two of our lost our Heisman candidate trophy or Heisman quarterback at the beginning of the year, and then getting another one and him getting hurt, and then our third string quarterback came in and basically won 3 championship games in a row. So pretty fun. Other than that, the other rest of the week I was playing Destiny, and that's about it. Trying to catch up with everybody and figure out what's going on, and I'm starting to see actually why people really get into this game. Like it's very MMO type stuff that's in there. Unfortunately, I'm to the part now where I must grind and grind and grind, and it's very painful. I find myself not wanting to do the grinding part that I need to do and just go and just play, but unfortunately I won't be able to do anything else unless I grind. So it's kind of I wish it was a little easier. I guess you can buy materials now, which I'd rather go play strikes. So if you go and play strikes, you get Vanguard marks, which then like 10 Vanguard marks will buy you like 20 iron or 20 material or something like that. I'd rather go play like 4 or 5 strikes and do that and then go buy materials rather than I would run around in a circle, for 4 hours getting enough material. But right now I need Ascendant shards, which I guess the easiest way to get those is to either raid or to do public events. And I guess there's apps out there that'll show you like when public events are happening. So you can actually just jump planet to planet and go to place and just do public events. But unfortunately, you get like one every event, or may get one. So it's a very nasty grind. Other than that, I've played Evolve Beta, and I played it for, I don't know, 2 to 4 seconds. And I played it through the monster.
So do you like it?
Well, here's the thing: is if you guys aren't familiar with Darkness 429 on Twitter or on Twitch, he's our buddy Tim. He has a very nice stream, a lot of followers, things like that. He's played a good bit the last couple of days, and just listening to him, because sometimes I can't watch the video like at work. I'll just plug it in, I'll listen, just to give me something to do. And him just laughing as he's playing like one of the monsters. You just hear him going, oh, 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 you know, he's got this evil. I told him, I go, dude, this evil sounding laugh. That's all I hear is like this, ha ha ha, you know, type laugh. Like he's like, wait for it. And he's like, surprise. And he jumps out and he just starts laughing. So, you know, he's killing all of them. It's pretty funny to listen to without any video. But he seems to have a blast. And actually, I did get to watch some of it, and it looks fun.
Oh, don't judge a book by its cover.
Well, and the other thing is, even in the parts that I was doing, I was having fun. It's not that I didn't have fun or the game's bad. If I could see if you get a good group of people together, like working together and taking down the monster, the game is
the
just
key.
well, yes, yeah, I understand
That's
the key,
the problem with the game. But I'll save my comments for a moment.
Yeah, and I mean that's if not everybody's playing the beta right now. Like if a group of our guys, you know, are from our community would get the game, I imagine have a blast and things like that. But when I was doing the monster tutorial, and I was like, oh, you know, this is pretty fun, and there's a good bit to learn. And the real reason why I stopped playing it is because the beta close. When's the beta close for Evolve?
Isn't it tonight?
Tonight? It's like today or tomorrow. It's a couple days.
I think it's tonight, but
okay.
Is it?
That's the reason why I stopped, because I didn't have enough time to learn everything I would need to learn to be effective and have fun. So I actually just stopped because I didn't want to get a bad taste in my mouth. You know what I mean? Everybody else, everything I was watching, it looks so much fun and it looks like it's a blast. But I knew I wouldn't have time to put into it to actually get to where I would need to be to have fun. So I stopped. That's the main reason I stopped. I wasn't going to pick it up anyways because I don't think it's a game that interests me. Maybe I'll rent it based on what everybody says after it's out. But that's about it. Hawks is the 19th. I thought that's tomorrow, right? I knew it was in the next day or two, so
yeah,
that's what I mean. So, but all right, that's about it. That's all I've done.
All right. Well, I've been playing. I played some of the beta, and what's this doing? I played some of the beta, and I've done the beta.
The beta.
And oh, great. Shouldn't have done that. It's gonna make me cough. Yeah. Yeah. The stupid cough is still around, but it's getting better.
That's a bug. That's a bug in the game. Okay.
Let's see. So, anyways, I've been playing, and I think it is fun if and only if you are playing with people that will work
that
together.
Don't suck? Okay.
No, it doesn't even have anything to do with sucking, because I sucked at it. I was trying to figure it out, and I was a medic, not even knowing how to use the little medic gun to stream and heal people. Mm-hmm. I was using like the shield or this it's called like a blast, so I'd have to run up to people and then it would heal them and me, not realizing I had this other weapon that I could shoot from a distance to heal them up. And we still won even though I was an idiot. But so I figured it out in the second game. But I played when this first came out. I played it, and it was just a bunch of randoms, and everybody was off doing their own thing. Nobody was working together. No one was communicating. No one was talking. And it's like, this is the type of game, you've got to have your 4 people working together, talking, and, communicating. It just requires that. And if you don't have that, then it's no fun. The game is no fun, and it doesn't work. Now, like I said, it was fun. I've enjoyed the leveling up and working together as a team and people, and I think there's a pretty steep learning curve because the maps are huge. And there's a lot of stuff that can get you outside of the monster. There's stuff that'll take you down and kill you. So I do think it's a game that's going to take a lot of time and investment. It's going to be one of those that really you're going to be working at for a long time. However, being the fact that it's so cooperative, that's what I think is going to be its downfall. Because you look at games, every time something comes out, it's good, it's the new hotness for a week or two, and then everybody jumps on to the next new game. And I think the first week or two, everybody will be able to jump in and play with friends and whatnot. After that, you'll have a hard time getting a group of 4 together. And that is what I think lies the problem, and that's why I don't want to buy it. I don't want to spend $60 for a game that I'm only going to play for a week, because you really can't play it by yourself. Now, yes, you could go in and play this evacuation mode by yourself with bots, but I don't think it's going to be as fun. It's just not going to be the same.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. I would actually buy this game if it, I don't know, if it was more than just this 4v1. It just requires too much reliance on getting up with friends to play it.
Yeah, I think the game will. I think the game will do fine. A lot of people have said, I've heard it being compared like a Left 4 Dead. You guys everybody had to communicate in Left 4 Dead as well. You couldn't just run off, or else just ruin everything for everybody if you tried to lone wolf it. So, I mean, it does look like it's going to be neat and people will have fun. And I think you're right. There might be a challenge on trying to keep it fresh and interesting, but we'll see what they do. So,
yeah, I think if this came out at a time of year like maybe June, when there was nothing else coming out, and you'd think now would be a good time too, but we've got like
Dying Light.
You've got Dying Light, Saints Row 4, Resident Evil Remake. You've got a couple other items coming out in February. I think one is Dead or Alive 5, Last Round, and I thought there was a couple other things. So, I just think that it's going to be tough to find the people to play it. It is kind of interesting, but also at the same time, when I was having fun yesterday playing this, we played for a couple hours on the new evacuation mode, which I did like that better than just the standard hunt mode. I did like the evacuation mode. I thought that was a much better gameplay. It's basically 5 missions or 5 different games all in one that you got to do. So you got to do complete day 1, day 2. And so if you beat day 1, then you get like a bonus. If the monster wins, the monster gets a bonus for the next round. So if you keep losing, it gets really challenging. And we had one, the first time we played Evacuation, we did really well. We only lost 1 round. The second one we played, we got slaughtered. We ended up winning the very last one, and we really feel it was the way the map was set up. There was only like 2 ways the monsters could come at us, so we were kind of able to defend it better. And we were still able to actually pull that one out of our behind. But we played for like 2 hours. It took about an hour roughly to do the full 5 days of the evacuation. It was about an hour, so it wasn't too bad. But after 2 hours, I was just kind of like, all right, I'm ready to go do anything else. It wasn't, and that told me a lot. I was having fun with people, but it wasn't enough that after 2 hours into it, I'm like, I'm going to go watch some TV. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, this is the greatest thing ever. I want to just keep playing. I don't want the beta to end. If it was like that, then I could say, okay, I'm going to buy this thing. The nice thing about what they've done on the Xbox One side is the stuff that, like if I do pre-order this game, the level that I'm at right now, I get to keep that. And everything I've unlocked, I get to keep. So when the game does ship, you start where you left off in the beta, which is really cool. And it's only on the Xbox One that they're doing that.
Oh, that's neat.
So that's kind of cool. If anybody wants to watch it, I posted a couple different YouTube videos. I posted one today in our Facebook group of the evacuation that we did yesterday. So check it out. And like I said, that was much better, but again, it comes down to, are you going to be able to find 3 more friends a week or 2 weeks later after this to always have those people to get together with. Because other stuff's coming out. People always move on to the new hotness, or they always go back to Call of Duty, or Battlefield, So,
Or Diablo.
or El Diablo.
Yeah.
So, but okay. So I played that. I also that's really pretty much the only thing I did play D4 as well. I can't remember if I did that last week or this week. Did I mention that last week's show?
I don't think you did.
Okay, so
I
then I
don't
must
think
have
so
done
either.
it maybe I did it on Tuesday or something. But like Rob said, weird. I mean, I played for a little bit and I'm just like, I don't have a clue what's going on and I don't get it at all. I mean, I had no understanding of what was even happening. Um,
Hmm.
like, and I got to ask you, Rob,
Yeah.
what was with the lake? Like you're all of a sudden you were on a lake walking towards an owl, and like as you would turn, there's like things to pick up, but like shields or armor things, or I have no idea what any of that does. It's just like here, pick this up, pick this up.
Yeah, that first thing I think was very much kind of like almost like a tutorial or something. That's how I interpreted it because I don't see what it had to do with the story. However, this is episodic from what I understand. So this first part that we got is just like the beginning of the game or so
Well,
maybe I'm
it
misunderstanding
was the
it.
end for me. There's no way I'll go
Yeah,
back
the
and play.
beginning was the end.
I think I ended up like at the very first part. After that, where you're the guy
Yeah.
and you're like in an apartment or you're like, what do you wake up in the tub or some crap? And so I'm walking around that place.
His like girlfriend or wife or something got killed in there. So
I
he goes back to it, and he's some kind of Well, he was in the police department, and like, I don't know if this would classify as spoilers. So if you're interested in the game, maybe avert your ears for the next couple of seconds here.
don't spoil anything, but
I'm just gonna explain like kind of what it's about. Basically, the guy is some kind of obsessed detective that's no longer with the police, and he wants to solve his wife's murder. That's the gist that I got. And then he can do some kind of mental exercise of sorts based on what he sees. And there is a. Did you play past the apartment at all?
no,
No? Okay.
no.
So that apartment piece was very small, actually. It was the prologue.
I
of
just
the
didn't care
game.
for it. It just like nothing grabbed me. Nothing made sense. I didn't like the way the movement was. It was like you'd move your stick and whoosh, it's like whoosh, it's like he whips around like 90 degrees.
It's
like
it's literally like how Street View was on Google Maps.
yes. It's like not like, oh hey, what's over here? It's like, what's over here? What's over there? It's like
Yeah.
it's just like I'm like, what the heck, man? And all of a sudden and then it was like the sticks were opposite, so I'd hit the stick to go the way I wanted and it would go the
Oh,
other way,
yeah.
or the axis or whatever. I'm sure I could swap that in the control settings, but I didn't care. The game didn't interest me enough to bother to do that. So
Yeah, that was a big problem for me also, the motion. I kept what was it? When I looked around or when I wanted to look around or pan the screen, I wound up moving
yes,
to the next area and then moving back and then hitting the right controls to do that. I really feel that this is one of those games that is very much going to be like a cult favorite. The people that give it the time. I mean, there's going to be a core group of people that are just going to love this game.
right.
It's just very weird, and I'm going to go back to it. I played it from about 45 minutes or so. I got into the first episode because, like I said, first there was that lake walking thing,
Yeah.
which who knows what that was all about. Then the dude was in his apartment, and then that was the prologue, and then the episode begins after that, and it's just strange. It's very strange.
Yeah,
I think there's something lost in translation somewhere.
yeah. So
But,
it's not
yeah.
for me, and I won't be going back. So, but I also played some on the Windows 8, some Microsoft Jackpot and Microsoft Sudoku. So, I play Sudoku every day. I got to do the dailies. So
Oh, yeah. Actually, I got to try that. So, I never really played those games, and I
they're
just
free.
discovered one. Yeah, I discovered the one I saw you ranked pretty high in this one. It's the one that's like a treasure version of
Oh,
Minecraft.
mine or not Minecraft, Minesweeper. It's what
Minesweeper, yeah.
treasure
Oh
treasure
yeah,
hunt, right?
Minecraft.
Treasure hunt,
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
it's
that's the
called.
one.
Yeah, I play.
Yeah,
It's fun.
yeah,
It's Minesweeper is what it is.
yeah. It
But
absolutely is. It's cool. I mean, it's.
Microsoft Bingo is also fun. It's also free.
Oh
I
yeah,
like
yeah,
those
I like that
Microsoft
one.
games. Those
Mhm.
those those freebies that Microsoft puts out. They're actually pretty good. I do enjoy playing those. There's a puzzle one out there that's actually a lot of fun. So,
Okay.
and you can get achievements, and they don't, the game doesn't cost you anything. So,
Exactly. Yeah, I
unless you
tried
want to
the.
buy stuff, unless you want to buy coins or stuff, but
Yeah, I tried the bingo one. I didn't care for it too much. There's a couple other bingo games out there that are done much nicer, just smoother and so forth. But that Minesweeper one again, it was neat. It was definitely fun. And when I was playing it, I was like, yeah, this is pretty cool. Why hasn't somebody thought of something like this 20 years ago? Why did it take them 20 years
I would like to see like
to
that
come up with
treasure
that?
hunt game like expanded, get away from the Minesweep, and actually make like a little dungeon crawler game
Okay.
because it kind of reminds me of like obviously it's very different, but the concept outside of the Minesweep kind of reminds me of Adventure back on the 2600. You were a little dungeon
Ooh.
crawling guy way back in the
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
That was a fun game. It's like I'd like to see something like that done well,
Oh yeah, for sure.
but done simply like the treasure hunt. It doesn't have to be like uh, I don't know, one of these AAA titles that cost $20 bajillion to make and has all this fancy artwork and stuff. I don't, just make it a simple little dungeon crawler and it'd be fun.
Right.
So, anyways, that's it for me. I
All
think
right.
it's time to turn it over to Braun for the news.
Yes, the news. Fun. All right. Are you ready? There's 15
Bring it.
topics on the news, it looks like, this week. 14 or 15. So bear with me as I fly through these so we can get to the roundtable. But, all right. So last week we talked about Dying Light and how to become a zombie. So if you want to be a zombie, the easiest way to get to that version of the PvP mode would be to pre-order the game, which launches January 27th. So if you want it, pre-order now. Alien Isolation Safe Haven DLC is out now. So if you have that game and you want a little more scary alien gameplay, go out there and get that. Who would have thought this? But Microsoft has won or received an Emmy. The Emmy was awarded for the TV enhancement devices due to the Xbox One's TV on demand and media center capabilities. Xbox One's February update is coming here in the future. The update includes game hubs, which is like an additional game information when you're on there. Custom background and tile transparency, and TV updates. Now, the TV updates, when I glanced through those, the majority of them seem to be like for other countries or getting certain things for the TV. If you guys want to see like a list of that, those enhancements and stuff, head out there to any gaming site and they have detailed information on it. If you're getting ready for The Witcher, like Rob, The Witcher 3, I guess, like Rob said, The Witcher 2 is out there now, Assassins of Kings. It is a part of second half of January's Games for Gold. Go pick that up. You can pre-order and pre-download Evolve, which you were just talking about a little bit ago. Also, Evolve DLC. Evolve will be getting DLC here in the future. It is a new monster named the Behemoth, which was named, I guess, by gamers, what it was named. They have a couple videos out there on the Behemoth to check out. See more. Far Cry 4, which Wing, I think you're a big fan of this game. I think you 1K'd it, right? Yeah, you
Yes,
1K'd
sir.
at the DLC called Escape from, I say Durgesh Prison. is available now. So, did you pick up the DLC?
You know what? It's funny because when we rebroadcast this last Monday, I think I told Rob, I said, man, if this had DLC, I'd buy it right now. And then like that night we finished recording, and then I think I was on my Xbox and saw that it was like released like the next day or that night or something. So I looked at it and there's like no achievements to the DLC, and I was like, well, that's kind of a bummer. So I didn't buy it and I didn't play it because of this one reason. If it had achievements, I would have bought it and played. But because it doesn't, I'm like, there's so much more for me still that I can do in the game. I've beat the game. I got all the achievements, but there's still so many more things I can still go and do. And there's just that much to the game that I'm like, why buy more if it's not going to give me at least achievements with it? I might as well play what I already have. So I didn't get it.
Yeah. Well, you can pick it up soon. You can pick it up now if you wanted to. But real quick before we continue the rest here, we have a question. EXDiz, I think, is, I want to say that right. He's asking about our affiliate link and how it works the way it does. Says all he sees are banners and links for for certain items. If you go to our site and you click on our affiliate link, or if you go to thisxboxlife.com/Amazon, you'll be directed to Amazon. I think our link actually directs you directly to the Xbox One page.
Yeah, it had to go somewhere.
Has to go somewhere, so we send it to the Xbox. Now, once you click on that link, you can go into anywhere in Amazon, add things to your cart, and when you complete your purchase, you're completing it under our affiliate link. So, we get a benefit there. So, I believe you can actually close the browser and go to Amazon for like a day or 20 minutes, or I forget what the length of it is.
It's 24 hours or
24 hours.
until another affiliate link replaces it.
Yeah. So as long as you click on that link, you can go to Amazon, do anything, because it sets a cookie on your machine, and you can go out and help us out there. So I hope that's what you're asking. If that's what you're wondering, when we set it up, like, no, you don't have to buy the Xbox One to help us out. You can if you want. If you don't have one, and if you need a second one, please feel free to do so. But no, once you go there, you can go to anywhere on Amazon and use it there. So in the chat, if that helps you out and answers your question, good. If not, maybe type another message asking more detail, and we'll help you out. So,
and you can always, like, once you click that link and the Xbox One page comes up, just bookmark that as your Amazon page, and then every time you go there, then you can just use your bookmark. And then even though it'll go to the Xbox One page, you're still at our affiliate. You just do a search for whatever you want, as long as you went to it through that link. So,
yeah.
And you have to.
If you're wanting,
no.
If you're wanting to, Rob, you might have to help him out then, like his own website. He's want to start his own website, so. Maybe Rob can help you out after the show, or get a hold of him.
For Dizzle.
Yeah, how we set it up. So. Well, I'm going to continue through the news here.
Okay.
So, Phantom Dust for Xbox One will retell the original game story in the upcoming release. So it's a JRPG, Phantom Dust. It'll be offering a reimagining of the story featured in the game's original 2005 Xbox release. So that's there for anybody who wants to rebuy Phantom Dust. December NPDs. Xbox One leads consoles in December. Hardware sales surge in 2014. So I don't think they give a number in this story. I didn't want to go through the entire story, but trying to look best. I didn't see a number. They didn't give a number. That just states that Xbox One took the lead. I don't think that really surprises many of us. We saw them take the lead, or win November. Pretty sure it was going to carry into December. So hopefully they can just keep the train rolling and keep stay on top. So Oddworld, new and tasty, is coming to Xbox One in March. So any of you Oddworld fans, you have a game coming out here in
Those were
March.
classic.
Yeah, 2.5D. Looks like what it's going to have is a 2.5D perspective. Looks. I mean, I just see screenshots. It looks nice. I can't really tell you. I've never really played an Oddworld game. Xbox One price drop. So we just talked my buddy at work at buying an Xbox One. He got his for like $380 at Best Buy. He did like a price match, and then 2 days later they dropped the price again. And it's just one of those things. Like I think the reason probably why they said, "Hey, last weekend to go buy one," was to go force people to go buy it, and then they raised the price back up. But
You have to
really,
set a limit.
I know. But then 2 weeks later, they drop it again. Now, is it stated here when they're going to raise it, or is this just permanent now?
My understanding is it's a promotion,
Right.
but I don't know if there's an end date to it. So it's kind of like an excuse to drop the price, but you never know when it'll go back up, and it gives them an out. You know?
Yeah. So it's kind of a bummer. I don't like that they did that so close because I don't know. People might get a little angry on that one, but if you're within your time frame, you can always take it back and get your.
Everybody
price
should
match.
be within their time frame. It was a matter of
So-
what, 2 weeks?
Yeah,
It
his
went
was a
back-
couple days. We're like, dude, go get your $40 and buy such and such game or something
Right.
like that. So, but
Yeah, I think a lot of stores will give you a store credit or something, rather than get the box back.
yeah. All right. Early Halo Master Chief Collection buyers, not only are you getting the free single player of ODST, you'll also be receiving a free month of Xbox Live Gold for all the troubles. So look for that. And finally, physical copies of Dying Light are delayed in several regions. So January 27th, I think we already mentioned that is when the game's coming out in North America, but it could be a little bit longer for physical copies in other regions. I'm looking to see what regions they mentioned, but none of them were stated.
I guess that's one reason to go digital.
Yep.
You're going to get it on
So-
release day.
Yeah. So, but that finishes that. So, any you guys have Rob? What's the headset you use? Kind of
For the
interacting
recording?
With, no, for your Xbox.
Oh, I've got
Got
the
Polk, right?
the Polk Melee,
Right.
which is the Xbox 360 headset, and they sent me the headset adapter. I mean, in retrospect, technically, you can use just about anything. If you want to
Right.
use chat, then you need to have something that has a microphone in it as well. But you can use anything from like normal earbuds to headphones to cell phone headphones, because those you can actually chat on. It's actually a standard if you have the Microsoft headset adapter. So technically, you do not in any way need any kind of special headsets.
Well, we just had a question in our chat.
Yeah.
Someone was asking what kind of headsets people use, and he's looking for the wireless. I mentioned the Turtle Beach Stealth 500X, and I think there was somebody in our Facebook group a couple weeks ago was saying that they got them and really liked them. I just can't recall who it was, but that's like the only one I'm aware of at the moment that's completely wireless.
Yeah.
I use the XO7 Turtle Beach XO7s. They do have a cable from the headset to the controller. So
I
you know
use
that-
the Xbox stereo version, but
It's got a
I
cable.
mean, I got them for $39 or something like that. They're on sale because they came with the adapter that you can use with any headset, like Rob was saying.
yeah, but those
So
aren't
I can use
wireless
anything.
though.
Yeah, and that's what I was asking. It's like completely wireless because no cable to the controller.
Right.
But I kind of consider mine wireless because of that, because they pull off there. But I did see that Razer has an Xbox One headset now as well, but it also connects to the controller, because that's just the easiest way to use for them to connect with their mic Otherwise you have to have a tower, and I think you'll have to use digital audio and all that stuff. Yeah, sorry, optical audio. Thank you.
That's one thing I didn't quite understand, why they were giving such a push to some of the wireless headsets on the Xbox One, because it was different a little bit with the 360, because the controller only passed the chat. It didn't pass the audio. So if you had a wired solution, you usually were like double tethered somehow. One wire going to the console, or and one wire going to the controller. And with the Xbox One, since the controller just passes everything, it's actually not distracting. You have a 3 or 4 foot wire that literally goes from your shoulder down to your hands, which are what, like 2-3 feet away, and to me it's not distracting. And I don't know if I would spend the money to get a wireless one, but it's certain people, I'm sure, don't want even that. It might bother them.
Yeah, I'm reading he's like, I lay in bed and watch TV sometimes, so sometimes you forget you have it connected to the controller. You just roll over the controller, falls on the floor, and there all of a sudden there goes your headset with it.
Yeah, whoops.
So I do understand what you mean, but I kind of if it all depends on what you need it for. But,
yeah, absolutely.
But sorry, I don't use a wireless one. But Turtle Beach and that's a big company. And I'm trying to think of the Triton is another
Astros
one. Astros, yeah.
Poles.
But sometimes those wireless ones, man, I can't see myself forking out $200-$300 for a headset. I like the Xbox One stereo version because it pumps out the audio of the game. Like, I turn my TV all the way down, my family can not have to hear all the Destiny sounds and stuff like that. But Razer is always is one of my favorite brands of gaming peripherals type stuff, and these ones here that I have were $68. Like, I don't even go buy their $300 versions. Crazy amount, but all right. News is done. Now we're in the round tables, right?
Oh yeah, baby.
Hey, I was going to interject real quick here.
No distractions.
I forgot to mention something on what I've been playing, and this was something really cool, and I can't believe I forgot about it. Not really Xbox related, but yesterday my son and I went to this place. It's basically an old school arcade, and this place has, I believe, 450 arcade games, like everything from like the early 80s all the way up until, well, nothing really super current. I'd say probably like the mid 2000s. And it was so cool because all of the games were free play, and you paid $15 to get in, and you could stay all day. So you literally just like go from machine to machine to machine, and just sort of like, okay, what do I want to play next? And some of the titles that they had, like, they had the staples, like, your Pac-Mans and your Galagas and all, but they had, the Gauntlets and the Track and Field. I don't know if you guys remember that, or Dig Dug, Mr. Do, pinball machine stuff. It was pretty sweet. It's if anybody lives in Chicago area and is interested in checking it out, it's in a city called Brookfield. I think you remember that one, don't you, Mark? Not too far from home. Down in Ogden, whatever. But it's pretty sweet, and I mean, you can literally spend all day over there.
I think he's doing this on purpose.
No. But definitely check it out. It's hang on a second, dude. It's called The Galloping Ghost in Brookfield, Illinois. $15 to get in. I think they're open every day. They're open till like 2 a.m. And if you really loved old school arcade games, when you were little, or maybe even not so little, definitely check this place out. I definitely give it a 4 stars. Love it. It was a lot of fun. Although there was a minor disappointment. My son, who's 6.5 years old, he was so bored with everything except like the newest games. So things like the Nintendo and the Xbox and how it had spoiled him. Because he sees like, Forza, he's not going to want to play pole position. He's like, what kind of crap is this in a 6-year-old vocabulary, of course. But yeah, check it out. Galloping Ghost in Brookfield, Illinois. Okay, now you can talk about your silly game, Mark.
Something related to the Xbox?
Yeah.
Something that everybody else, all our listeners who don't live in Illinois, can relate to? No, I was just really excited. I happened to, on my Facebook, I like harmonics. So I happened to catch a post they put out this week where they put a survey out, and it was under their Rock Band Facebook page. So I immediately was like, huh? So I clicked it and took the survey, and dude, I am like so excited. This survey obviously tells me, this is the way I interpreted the survey. They are feeling out what people want for the next Rock Band, which tells me that they are definitely planning this game. I am pretty sure Rock Band 4 is on the way for next-gen consoles. They ask questions like, which Rock Band games did you play before? And, of course, I checked every single one they had, because I own every single Rock Band game there is. Checked them all. They asked which platforms you played on, how often you played. They asked a lot of stuff. Then they asked about going forward, like which platform would you want it on? Which obviously, they said Xbox One or PS4. Obviously, they're going to make one. They're going to make it for both. But I guess they're feeling out which platform would they maybe going to lead on or something. I don't know. But so they asked, like, which one do you want to lead on, or which one would you want to buy it for? They asked, like, they had like 12 different features, and they asked you to rank the features as to most important. And like number one, I'm trying to remember back. I can't access the survey because I already took it. It doesn't let you go back, because I wanted to actually go back while we were talking today and actually read the questions. I don't know if one of you guys want to actually take the link and pull it up, but the survey link is there in the story that I posted in our script. If one of you wants to pull it up and maybe go through it. But it's not that long. It's like a 3-page survey. But they get to like 12 items, and there's things like, what do I want most, like in the new game? So one of them, what I rated number one, was that your DLC that we've already downloaded and paid for Rock Band 1, 2, 3, Beatles isn't going to come across, but specifically for 1, 2, and 3, I would like that DLC to be able to work in Rock Band 4. I mean, a lot of us have huge Rock Band libraries, and I would hate to buy Rock Band 4 and not have any access to it. Some songs you can't get, like in Rock Band 2, there's some songs you can't get play from Rock Band 1. It's just simply, that's just the way it was licensed and the way it worked out. For the most part, they did a really good job of making sure most everything came across. That was my number one on me for most important, was give me all my DLC able to play it in the next game. They asked about, they had other questions about, specifically about how you'd want the game delivered. So they said, what's most important, or how would you like to receive the game? So you want a physical or digital copy only? Would you want a copy of the game and a single instrument, or would you want a copy of the game and a full band set? And that question was assuming that your current instruments will be compatible. So it kind of sounds like they're kind of feeling out if they need to go through the equipment or not, and just, if they can make your guitars work, are they going to buy just the game? Would they be more likely just to buy the game, or are they going to buy the full band set? Me, I would actually like to buy a new set. Originally I selected I would want the full band set. However, I'm like, if my instruments are compatible, I could just use my current guitars and save myself a lot of money and just get the game, and then I could get the game digitally. Because if I buy it in the store to get the equipment, then I'm going to have a physical copy of the game, which I really don't want. I want to stay all digital. So I ended up just saying just the game itself.
Because weren't those like $200?
I think
Or
it
were
was
they
about
more?
150. I think it was 150 for the full set.
Okay.
So, but I don't even know if I think some of my guitars, their buttons don't even work anymore,
Yeah. They're banged up.
and they're pretty bad. I probably would have to buy at least one more guitar, because my wife is absolutely waiting for this. In fact, when I took the survey, the first thing I did is I ran out of my office and I hollered down to my wife, and she came to the bottom of the stairs. She's like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh, you're gonna be happy. I just took a Rock Band survey." And she kind of looked at me like, "What?" And I said, "They're asking about Rock Band 4." And she's like, "Really?" She's like, "Oh, that'd be awesome." And so she got all excited. I said, "Yeah, it was all about the next Rock Band game." So, I'm stoked. I don't know about you guys. I'm not sure what our community feels like, but I mean, Guitar Hero basically went away. Rock Band went away after Rock Band 3. The only Rock Band game they made was Rock Band Blitz, which was a Xbox 360 arcade title. You just sat there with your controller and kind of went back and forth on the tracks. It was fun, but it wasn't Rock Band. I love Rock Band. My wife loves it. My kids love it, and I would definitely sign up. And if I'd probably buy, and here's the thing. I love it so much that if they released a full kit, I'd probably put the 150 down to buy the full kit, and I'd probably pay $60 to buy the digital version of the game. And then I could just give the game away, the physical copy, because I don't need the physical copy. I want a digital version of it. But
Yeah.
do you guys think we're ready for these games to come back? Are you guys ready for them?
Well, I was actually thinking about the game the other day. I was thinking about hooking it up to my 360 to play it in the living room with the family, but the it would be cool to have it come back to a point. I don't know if I'd really like to drop another $200 or whatever it is on a full set of instruments, because I think I actually pitched my drum set last year. I'm like, I'm never going to play this again. And I kept the guitars, or at least I kept 3 of the good guitars, and I got rid of some of the other ones. And it'll basically, I think, be more of the same unless they can figure out something new and different to do. And at this point, just leave it on the 360 unless you want to, upgrade the songs. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what does the Xbox One offer that the 360 couldn't? I mean, what new instruments or something? Or
No, I think you're just
fully
gonna have,
wireless. I mean, what's the draw?
well, if they're gonna write it, they're gonna do it for the new
Yeah.
platform that people are on. I mean, that just makes sense.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just simply an issue of, going on the current hardware.
yeah. I don't know. It just, I don't. That whole segment was really just tanking for a couple of years before they finally, just killed it
Well, it's because
altogether.
they put so many out.
Yes,
Between
absolutely.
Guitar Hero and Rock Band, I mean, I should go over to my shelf, but I think I have every Guitar Hero game. There might be one that I'm missing, and then I have every Rock Band game.
So you mean like all
You
those,
know.
like the Aerosmith and
I've got
whatever, all
all
those
the
other
band
versions?
ones. Yeah, the Metallica,
Yeah.
Aerosmith, Van Halen. I think there's one of the main series ones that I'm missing. Might be Monsters of Rock or something. I think there was one of them I don't have that I'm missing. That I actually need to just pick up just so I have it sitting on my
Yeah.
shelf. But that's the thing you had 2 of them, and then plus there was the Lips and the karaoke songs, and
Yes.
there was so many like SingStar on the PlayStation.
Yep.
And then we got into the dance games, and there was just so much music rhythm games out there that it just everybody got like, okay, I can't take so much. So Guitar Hero basically disbanded. I mean, it may show up again someday.
Disbanded.
They disbanded. Get it? Yes.
Yeah, I get it.
But Rock Band never said they were quitting. They they always said that they'll address it again someday and look back at it, and I think that's what they're doing. And I think it's a great time because they'd be the only one out there. And I know a lot of people on my friends list that love Rock Band, and we were talking about playing this weekend. There were several of us who were like, "Yeah, let's hook up and play this weekend." So it's just a fun game.
Yeah.
It's fun to live out your Rockstar dreams. So they don't even have to change anything. But one thing I was thinking that would be cool is, we got the Kinect. It's a better Kinect. Why not let that camera pull you into the screen instead of having? I mean, you can have an avatar if you want. Those are pretty cool. But it might be neat to say, hey, I want my own self up there as I'm jamming or rocking out, so you can see yourself on the screen if you want. I mean,
like where it body scans you or something.
Yeah. Instead of having the avatar, I mean, that's something different they could do. But I don't think they need to do anything with the keyboards. But I do have a keyboard, too. I even got the keyboards. But I don't know. I'm really stoked. I will pre-order this the day it's announced. I guarantee it. I'll be pre-ordering this game.
And how would you feel if you had basically a clean library?
I mean, I'm still buying the game no matter what.
Yeah. Okay.
Because the problem is, how am I going to get all that extra DLC? It's on my 360. They'd have to do something in the cloud knowing what I bought to allow me to re-download several gig worth of music. Hopefully they do. If they don't, I'm still with it. I still would buy it.
Okay. Even if it's the same library, but you just got to rebuy it all. Kind of like going from cassette to CD to MP3.
I wouldn't buy it all. I definitely wouldn't rebuy everything, but some stuff.
Okay.
So, how about it, Brun? You've been awful quiet on this Rock Band.
So how about that next topic?
No, we're on Rock Band, baby.
I know. I had Rock Band too. I didn't play it that much. So I probably wouldn't get it, but I wouldn't see why it would be a bad idea to bring it to Xbox One. But like, like you were saying in that survey and stuff, it's like they have to allow all your deals. Or do what they did that one time, which is like what, $5 or something to port everything over.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they could do something like that. Pay a small fee to bring it. Because they have to license it all, and that's the thing.
Yeah,
they'd have to pay
why.
to license all that music now on Xbox One because of the way the music industry is. So.
Oh.
Twitch live concerts. Just see it now.
Yeah, and I got to say that
it's just going crazy.
those games were like one of the best party games that ever existed for the console or any console. More fun than just about anything else out there.
Well, Rob, you were when I was living there in Illinois, didn't you?
Yeah.
Remember that party? I mean,
Heck yeah, that's what I was just thinking about.
There was people that didn't want to do it that got up there and sang in front of the group and had a great time.
Mm-hmm.
It's just and playing drums, and it's a fun party game. It really is. So I've been to several different events or parties where Rock Band was there, and it was a great time by everybody. So
Nice.
good stuff.
For sure.
Just all Foo Fighters. I just want all Foo Fighters.
The Foo Fighters DLC just came out for Rock Band. They actually just released some new DLC for Rock Band 3, and Foo Fighters was in there.
Yeah, Hero is on there, which is my favorite. My Heroes, my favorite is. Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. It'd be a cool thing to bring over, I guess.
All right. Well, I guess we can go to the next topic. So the Rock Band 4 is on its way. I know it.
I have an easy answer for this one.
Oh, for the next one?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So the next one. Then I'll be interested. Is do we need more episodic games? That's my question. Brun, do we need more episodic games?
As long as it's not from Telltale.
Well, let me tell you. You go in to read the article, there is more
Exactly.
on the way. They have original IPs they're working on that will be episodic, as well as more licensed games that are coming on top of all the ones they're already doing.
Yeah.
I
I don't mind episodic stuff. I really don't. I like the idea when it's done right. But with these guys, they're stretching themselves so thin, and they're struggling just to make the stuff that they're doing now interesting. Let
The
alone go
quality's
on their
suffering.
own, and it's going to make up. They're going to make up their own IP now,
And my thought, it's kind of funny how we led from the Rockman, Guitar Hero, all that music, all that type of genre of game flooding the market, that everybody got sick of it and it disappeared. I feel like 2015 is probably going to be that way for episodic gaming. We had a lot in 2014, but now you're going to have other companies jumping on the bandwagon. We talked about Dark Dreams Don't Die. That's an episodic game. It's from from someone outside of Telltale's starting to do it, right? I think you're going to see more companies getting involved in this year, and you're going to get even a lot more from Telltale. I mean, I'm a Borderlands fan, and I have not even done the Borderlands because I'm tired of the episodic stuff.
and I heard that's good. I heard that game is actually really good.
I've heard the same thing several times, but
Oh.
it's just like I don't want to do it. You know, maybe I need to approach it and wait till the whole thing's
Yeah.
out, and then buy it all at once, and then play it, over time.
Yeah, you need to take a break from them.
But it's like when you do this, you play the one episode for 2 hours, and then you got to wait several more months or 6 months
Yeah.
before you get another piece of it. I just don't like that. I don't enjoy it. I do agree, Rob. Like, some of the games we've needed the break. I know after, was it was it the end of episode 1 of The Walking Dead?
Episode or season?
Or maybe it was the first season when they were at the farmhouse. I mean, by the time it was that real dark episode that they had. I mean, by the time that was done, man, I'm just like, I had to take a break. There was no way I could have continued to play some more. That was the most intense one that they had. It was great.
Oh, when they were at what's
They
his
were at a
face?
farm.
Herschel's farm, wasn't it?
It wasn't Herschel.
No?
I'm talking about the game, not
Yeah,
the TV show.
that's the
Oh,
very
that's
the
right,
TV
it
show
was
was
Herschel.
Herschel's farm.
That's episode 1.
Yeah, so, but it was like, it was intense, it was awesome, but by time like with the last season that I played, it was like, I felt like I paid money to just sit there and watch this thing play out. And that's like, there's no gaming in these things. It's just, it's not, to me, it's episodic storytelling. It's not episodic gaming, because there's no gaming involved. You might select an option of what you're going to say every now and then, and maybe you'll move a character, and usually you always die because all of a sudden it comes up and goes, there's an arrow, move this way. Oh, where's my controller? Let me power it on. It turned itself off because I've been watching this episode for the last half hour, that my controller turned off. It's
Yeah.
like, you're not gaming. That's why
Yeah,
I
these
don't think
things-
we need more.
Yeah, that would usually freak me out because as I'd sit there and watch, your hands kind of relax in your lap, and you're no longer on the buttons and the stick or anything, and it's like, oh, up. You freak out, and I agree with what you're saying because there were some stretches of the game, actually, not even just episodes, quite a few stretches in the game which were very much like a animated version of those old choose your own adventure books. I don't know if you guys remember those, where it's literally you make a decision and then you read 3 pages of a book to tell you what's going on. Then you make a decision. It's somewhere along those same lines.
Choose your own adventure.
Yeah. And I wound up getting the Borderlands one and the Game of Thrones one while they were on sale over the holiday sale that they had, and I've been playing the episode 1 of the Game of Thrones, and granted, it is a little bit more interesting to some degree because you're going back and forth between characters, but I really don't even get the sense of like my decisions really matter because you remember how in The Walking Dead it would talk about how it's like it's like you're being put in between Kenny and whoever Kenny happens to be arguing with at that particular moment because
Right.
he's always pissed off at somebody.
Yep.
So, and then it's like you have to decide, and it's like Kenny will remember that, and you're like, holy cow, he's going to remember that. Did he make a right decision? And you kind of get the same thing, but it's like, okay, this person's going to remember. Like, there's this one scene in the Game of Thrones one where it says, okay, this person will remember that, and then they literally die like 4 minutes later. It's like, what is? What's
That's what your
point?
face just said in the chat. It said, save this guy and he dies later.
Yeah. It's like, he'll remember that and then he dies. It's like,
He didn't remember it long.
yeah. No, he won't.
This person remembers that and will stand on your side in an important decision later in the story. Oh,
Yeah.
As they're getting eaten by a zombie.
So, I'm almost starting to think of these games as more like just animated fiction and not really even a game so much. And as long as you go into it thinking that, they might be worth the time, maybe.
And I want to go back to like games. Like, I guess you would call it DLC rather than call it episodic gaming. But I want to go back to like, getting more DLC. It seems like the norm now is like, oh, we have to have 3 DLC packs, and then we're done. Then we're done after that, or something like that. Like, I'd like to see, like, I know Halo tried to do their episodic stuff, like that was attached into their. They would do like a story. Spartan, was it Spartan? What was their?
Wasn't it Spartan Assault?
Spartan mode. It's whatever that mode was where they had like the little story, and it wasn't very good the first season, but they had a couple seasons of that. But it was tacked on to Halo.
But see,
I'd like to
I
see
think that was better than what we normally get because at least it was story-driven, cinematics, and you actually played.
Yeah.
You played the game.
Yeah.
So.
But I'd like to see like going back to like I know we said this a billion times, like Graw 2. You would have those small story episodes. Like, I want to see that type of episodic gaming. Like I said, yeah, co-op missions, but you could really call that just DLC, I guess, at that point. Like that, or like the terrorist
Hunt from Rainbow Six.
Terrorist Hunt and Rainbow Six. I want to see like more things like that. It's like these modes that people like or whatever, and then it's like, oh well, here's one more map, and there's 2 more maps coming in the future, as DLC. It's like, no, I want more. So, but yeah. But as far as episodic games from Telltale, I think they should probably finish up what they have first, and then maybe look at doing what they want.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that there haven't been
Spartan
more
Ops.
companies
Thanks,
that
perfect.
copy them. Because at some point when you have something that's working pretty good, you get the knockoffs.
Well, that's why I think it's going to happen this year. Yeah. I think it does usually take some time, and Telltale really pumped them out a lot last year.
Yeah.
So I think everybody's seeing, oh, they're doing really well, and they're going to expand, and they're going to grow that. Hey, we need to jump on that market too. That's why I'm predicting 2015 to be the year of episodic gaming, where we really see a huge increase in it.
I in 2015. Well, it's probably not from the rest of this year, but like you have Destiny, right? It's like this console MMO RPG type thing. Well, then you go a little bit now, and we're gonna have the Division.
Oh yeah.
Man,
I hope that
super.
I'm so worried it's going to turn out to be a Destiny-style game, man.
Well, it's going to be like I want to see how that turns out, because if it takes off and it's really good, I think that's what is going to be like the next evolution of types of games. You're gonna have a bunch of knockoffs of those, but like that game there is like I'm really excited about Halo 5. I'm really excited about the story and stuff. Like I like the multiplayer for Halo, but I'm not super into the multiplayer. The Division, I think, is probably my most anticipated game. Like, I am so excited to get that game. I want to have so much fun with it. And it's one of the ones where I think, if we're going to do a group, here, create a group in that game, this Xbox Live group, like we have in Destiny and stuff, I think this is the first one that, like, if you're in it, you're going to have to be in it. Like, you're going to have to really play. Like, I'm in a clan and a PC and stuff, and weekly meetings and things like that for Battlefield and stuff. I haven't been attending the last month, but
we're
like,
in a clan.
but I'm still in it. So I was even an admin on the servers there for about 2 months, and it took a toll on me. It was so much work, but I really think that one there is like people are going to have to play together. People are going to have to be there, and I am super excited for that.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see where the year goes.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So it's we all done with that. We good.
Yep.
Well, we'll continue
Yes.
it next week. Our episodic news discussions.
Yeah.
All
Yes,
right.
we'll continue one episode of our Xbox Live, this Xbox Live at a time.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Rob. What about our community?
Okay, so we have a very lively community on Facebook. Definitely check it out. It is a closed community, so if you join the Facebook group, all of your friends, family, boss, whoever that is judging you won't be able to see your posts and make fun of you or get you in trouble or whatever. Also, you can contact the show at contact@thisxboxlife.com. Send us an email, ask questions, do whatever. Also, we're on Twitter, and our handle, or whatever you want to call it, is This Xbox Life, or at This Xbox Life. And we also have a voicemail system where, if you've been listening to the last couple of shows, you know that some people have been leaving us voicemail messages that we play on the show so you can get yourself heard. So that is at thisxboxlife.com homepage. Then on the right side, there's a widget that pops up that you can click on and leave us a message. And it does work on mobile devices as well as computers. So you definitely probably want to check that out and leave us a message. And then, so moving on to the retail releases for this coming week on the Xbox 360, we have Resident Evil HD Remastered. So this is the original Resident Evil game made anew to some degree. And
It's
I
a
believe,
remake or remake.
yeah, and this one, it's got some new mode, doesn't it? Like some new visual mode. So you can do like classic or like a new.
Well, I think
Like
they adjusted the controls in it,
Yeah,
so
they did
but you
something.
can actually go back to the tank controls or something like that.
Yeah, or I thought it was visuals or controls. So there are some changes, so it's not a full-on port of the original remake, right? Since it's a remake of a remake. And then other than that, there's Saints Row: Get Out of Hell coming
Gat.
out. What?
Gat out of hell.
Oh,
Not-
Gat.
Not get. Gat.
Yeah. There's my proper English auto-correcting.
There's
Whoops.
a character named Gat.
Okay, Get Out of Hell.
There you go.
All right, Xbox One has Resident Evil HD Remastered and Saints Row Get Out of Hell and Saints Row 4 Reelected. How about that?
And there is
So,
an option. I think the Gat out of hell on the Xbox One, I believe it's $20. I think it was $30 for the re-elected, and for $50 you can buy both. So there's a couple different, there's like 3 different options for that
Okay.
on Xbox One. So you can buy the DLC, which is, or it's not, I don't know if it's a DLC, it's like an extension or an expansion from Saints Row 4. Then the re-elected is on Xbox One. Re-elected is the whole Saints Row 4 game redone, remastered for Xbox One, and then you can buy the extra story as well. So Couple options for you.
Oh yeah. And a spoiler for next week's show: Dying Light.
Dun, dun.
Whoops, I let that out. Yeah, so that's it for the retail releases.
And where might people be able to make their purchases of said video games?
Well, you can purchase video games, consoles, accessories, and who knows what else that you need over at Amazon.com. Check out the thisxboxlife.com website, hit our affiliate link on the right-hand side, or go to thisxboxlife.com/Amazon. Either way, you can get to Amazon and search to your heart's content and add whatever you want and whatever you need.
All right, gentlemen. I think that wraps it up. Is there anything else you guys got?
Talking about some tips and subscriptions, pay $25 for a month pass for TXL. And I said for $5,000 a month, I'd fly to your house and play games with them. and then Jap says, I wonder what he'll do for $6,000.
No, he says, don't ask what he'll do for $6,000.
Oh, I guess I'll...
He'll bring you your own Ohio State championship T-shirt as well,
and grill some steaks on your
and
grill.
He'll sign it. He'll autograph it.
Yeah.
So, and EX will need your help, Rob. After we sign off, you can chat with him.
Sure.
Alrighty then. Be sure to rate us on iTunes. Subscribe to our Twitch feed, our YouTube page. And anywhere else you might get our show, please rate us, share us with your friends and family, and tell everybody else about us. I think we're about to hit 400 people in our group. I believe it was. Close. I think we're getting close to 400, so that'll be pretty cool. Maybe we'll have to give something away. Yeah, we're getting there. We're at 387, so there's a lot going on. If you want to just meet gamers or set up game times with groups of people that you can depend on and actually communicate with, that's a great place to do that. So other than that, I am Mark, a.k.a. Wingman709. I'm taking off. Taking off.
Rob, also known as Presar. Thanks for listening, everybody. Catch y'all next week.
And I'm Run BJ Swick 33. Everybody have a good one, and go Bucks.